What's up, everybody? Sorry for the delay. My Wi-Fi would not connect. It is a hot one today. Scorcher here in Georgia Zone 8A. How gal? What's going on, my guy? I see you acting up already. What's good? What's good? Please remember to hit the thumbs up on the way in, not just the thumbs up, those reactions. Y'all remember to hit those reactions because that's what we're going for. What's going on, Mike's Chaotic Gardening? Jason Clark, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. My Wi-Fi was acting up on me, so this might be one of those nights to where, or one of those evenings to where things just might not go according to the plan. So let's just see who we got in the room here. How gal say that's just my thing. I appreciate you, man. I really do. And now here's the start of the show. Okay. Clark says, Dr. Nashville. Dr. Nashville says hello. Looking forward to the follow up. Jason Clark. Dr. Nashley. Oh, okay. Dr. Nash. That's what's up. I was like, okay, is that Dr. Nash? Where is Dr. Nash? She should be in this chat right now. How about that? Dr. Nash, I know you're listening. So, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to be doing that follow up. Man, this has been, your boy out here looking greasy right now. 93 degrees right now, Georgia Zone 8A. This heat is, I mean, this heat is crazy. But what I don't have is powdery mildew. Look at that. Got the cuke still coming off. Cucumber still coming off. Cucumber. Look at that. She ready to come off here. I could pull this one off today. But I was out here pruning today. Okay. And this, I like these little garbanzo bags here that I use on it, kind of give me an indicator when to go ahead and remove them because when they start pushing too long, then they'll start protruding out of the garbanzo bags. But you can see she's still producing. I think I got some bad compost. That thing that I was telling you about I did to my banana plant, I put that compost on my banana plant the start of the spring. Well, that bulk compost that I purchased off a marketplace, I used in the squash cage. And it's starting, and it's on the bottom half of the squash cage. So I'm thinking that the roots of my squash are now tapping down into that compost that I purchased off a marketplace. And looks like the plants are starting to do the same thing that my banana did. And then the banana basically just shriveled up. It came back, but it definitely was one of those things. So I'm gonna take you guys over here so that you see. We still got the butternuts still going strong. Butternuts all over this thing. Got them all up the counter panel. Let me see if I can get that over there. Yep. Got some new ones coming in right here. Got another one. Got another one right here coming in. And I'm gonna let the vine extend a little longer, but the same thing. We still doing okay with the powdery mildew. No powdery mildew yet. That liquid whey. I'm telling you that stuff is the truth. Everything is looking good. I'm gonna switch the camera around real quick so you can get a good look at it. So this is our butternut squash. Beautiful those leaves are. Spraying that FPJ and that liquid whey on it. And you can see she's got fruit all over it. It's a brand new one right there coming in. There's another one right there coming in. Usually you get 5 out of this vine and you can really much kind of call it quits. But I'm getting a little more than that. Here are my Armenian cucumbers. Looking real good. The vine is still looking amazing. So we're gonna tap on a lot of things today. Y'all know how I do. I jump around. I don't sit on one thing too long. But Also, something that I wanted to talk on was summer gardening. I know a lot of us have shut down the gardens for the summer, and over here we're just getting started. So things like, you can see my okra back here. Let me walk over here. My okra is just getting in. I was slow on putting my okra in, but you can see here the okra is starting to take off. I got some of my, man, if y'all are not growing this, what is this, black licorice? That's some good stuff, black licorice. So we got some beans down here just coming in. These are jade beans. So again, when everybody else is kind of tying it up for the season, or at least for the summer, I'm just going in. So I got some more beans planted here to come up. Some more beans there, but this is the second round of my jade beans here. Still got peppers and marigolds over here. The Japanese beetle really put a beating on my eggplant, so I stripped it all the way down, and we're gonna see if she's gonna come back. I think she will, because she did last year. So you can see here new leaves coming on. So that'll be the second half where those Japanese beetles are starting to disappear, because you'll see the Japanese beetle around the end of July and into August. The Japanese beetle will start to fade out. And over here we still got tomatoes going. This is the marglobe here. So that marglobe is going to be a staple in the garden. I love the way that marglobe is producing. Some pretty bales down there. Green leaves. Look how solid those green leaves. It's that FPJs. It's those FPJs. Some blue lake beans right here. Just showing you guys the garden is still going. Even when everybody else is kind of tapped out and packing it in for the summer, I think we can go all the way up to 100 out here and still go. This is Miss Linda here, the New Orleans gardener. Butterfly pea flowers. They are all full. Got some Hungarian wax peppers down there. No fertilizer at all. They're strictly working off of this bed, so I wanted to see if this plant, how well it would do. Got some wax beans, need to be harvested. Wax beans down there. That's what this entire bed here is, wax beans. Things that grow well during the summer. Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth mixed in with the purple hull peas. So I just take the leaves, pop them off, and that becomes my trop and drop for my purple hull peas. That feeds them. Another one of those plants that can go all summer long, and that's our tomatillos. You see we still got tomatillos coming in, still got flowers. Some more peppers right here, creating those microclimates. More peppers, still doing well. No drop so far. More peppers. Just letting you guys see that the garden don't stop just because that heat comes in. We got to keep growing. Got to figure out what to grow, what grows best in these climates. More tomatoes over there, still going. The bush is going good. Still going good. Got some echinacea down there. More tomatoes, still going good. These are marglobes. And this is the star of the show right here. Racks on racks on racks. Yes, indeed. Look at that. She is putting it off fast, too. Yes, every day I come out here, it's something new. So this one here, we're going to split these pups up right here because I'm not sure she's going to fruit this with. This one is the one that I put that compost on, and it knocked her all the way down. And this is how far she's come back since growing back from the corn. But I'm gonna take y'all over here to the squash cage. I'm gonna take you over here to the squash cage and let you see what I'm talking about. Something is going on, and I think it's in the soil. There's no way, because I was thinking that when I came over here and uh, when I tried to straighten up my zucchini, I thought maybe I did something to it, maybe crimped it. Let me turn this so you guys can see me. Yeah. I thought maybe when I crimped the zucchini, but it's something else. There's definitely something else going on, because now my yellow squash is starting to look wilted, and it's not a vine borer or anything like that. I'm almost sure that it's the soil, because what's happening is the uh, the roots are now tapping down into the subsoil that I put in here. The roots are tapping down into that subsoil that I put in here, that compost that I'm almost sure is what caused my banana to collapse at the beginning of the season. And this is what's happening to them. You remember Godzilla? I thought that was something that I did when I came in here and tried to straighten her out. I thought that was something that I did, but then I turned over here and look at what's happening to my yellow squash now. It's starting to wilt. So, yes, I am thinking that it is definitely that bulk compost that I purchased off a marketplace. And this is something, like I said, I make my own compost, but I just didn't have enough to cover all of the raised beds that I have going on right now, because I got a couple of projects that I'm putting together that I still hadn't showed you guys all. But to fill all of this up, it required me to get a load of compost, and I think I'm regretting it. Yes, I think I am regretting it. But I did get my trellis put in. It looks good. What you think? Look at that. I got my trellis in, so I got my candy roaster. That's Mike's Chaotic Gardening. I got my candy roaster. Let me see if I can turn that camera around. See that there? My candy roaster going across the trellis there. There's one there. There's another one right there. And then there's one on the tip. And I'm assuming that once that candy roaster goes down into that subsoil that I have here, because I got my compost on the top, and then I got that purchased compost under this. I'm thinking when that candy roaster taps in down there, she's gonna do the same thing. And if she does, that's gonna tell me that it's definitely the soil, because I've sprayed my FPJs on this thing and it absolutely did nothing. So something is happening in the soil, and it's not a vine borer, because there's no way that a vine borer could be in here. It's I mean, they're just laying down. So that's something that we got to figure out. But the squash cage itself is a success. Even if I have to take all of this soil out, that's going to be a job, but I may have to do that. If the candy roaster here starts to wither, then we know that it's the soil. So we're going to give the candy roaster about another week, and we gave this a liquid feed today. We also gave it some of our FPJs, and she did not move. I mean, it just looks like nothing is happening. So something is definitely going on with the soil. I'm almost sure of that. And you can see this other candy roaster here is still in the topsoil, which is my compost. She's doing well. So the next one would be the candy roaster. If that candy roaster starts to wither, then we know that we got some crap from off a marketplace, and that's something that I've always said to you guys, to be careful when you're buying stuff like that, because that's what it'll do for you, give you a headache. It's those black, what's going on around the garden, black cherries, black cherries. And again, we're talking about having the plants that you know are going to do well in the summer. Peanuts. Your kale is going to do well in the summer. Your small tomatoes, your cherry tomatoes, they're going to do well during the summer. Let's see here. So we're going to sit down and chop it up over here for a little bit. It is hot. And I mean hot, hot. Not just warm. It is hot. Look at my face. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, it is hot. And I'm thinking I might have froze here. Man, this has been one of them days here. Let's see here. All right, let's see here, get down to it. Haugal asks, will gypsum help? Um, that bed is full of gypsum, Haugal. Multiple windows. Somebody type something because I'm not sure if the chat is moving or not. Live chat. So I'm not sure if I froze or what. It seems like the chat is not moving. Let's see if I can come back in. I think my chat has froze on me. Multiple windows not supported. Let's see here. Trying to come out of there and come back. Yes, I think my chat is acting up tonight. The Wi-Fi is one of the reasons why I was a little late logging in because the Wi-Fi was buffering. This is just crazy here. We are definitely gonna. Okay, now I think I'm back in. All right, I think I'm back in now. Let's see here. G Mama Grows. Y'all let me know if I'm back in because I think my signal froze. Y'all give me some thumbs up in the live if I'm back in. Yep. All right. Okay. So you say you still hear me. But what's going on, bro? Thank you for coming in, man. See, I got Mike's Chaotic Gardening in here. Yep, I'm back. I'm back. This has been, man, y'all see your boy out here? It's 90, it's 93 degrees out here at 7:30. How gal? What's going on, my guy? Yes, sir. Empress Herbal. What's going on? Now, y'all wouldn't believe who I just met today. Empress Herbal. Yeah, she's one of my neighbors. Stays not too far from me. So she purchased a banana plant, some garlic, and uh, and the pH meter. So rather than ship it to her, I went ahead and delivered it personally. So I met her and her husband Rico. Peace. Good to meet you guys. Good people. Good people. Empress Herbal. So, yeah, it's hot. Gardening Essentials, hit the thumb up. Dr. Seb says, hey y'all, what's going on, Dr. Seb? Yeah, right when everything I thought was going well with the squash cage, looks like I got a problem. And I should not have done this, and I knew I shouldn't have done it when I was sitting there putting that stuff in. When I first brought my bananas out from spring in the garage from the winter time, I put some of that compost on my Venti Coho banana, and it knocked her down. Wasn't sure if it was the compost or something else was going on. But now I'm looking at my squash plants. First Godzilla, and now the yellow squash is wilting. I'm thinking it's that compost, and I'm almost sure it's the compost. So that means that I'm going to have to dig that entire bed out and try to find a source for some reputable compost, because I purchased some off of this person off of Marketplace. Got a go dump truck load, so my driveway is full of compost right now that obviously I'm not going to be able to use. This is the first full bed that I use with it. The banana, I put a little bit on it and it knocked the banana back. But we're going to keep it moving. Let's get down here. Empress TZ Frank says, where can you get the squash cage? The squash cage is something that I'm going to be, I'm having the whole thing manufactured. I don't know if I want to do the frame of it because I'm not happy with the frame. So we may just do the netting, and then we'll build some type of PVC type structure for the netting to go over it. I'm loving the cage. I'm loving the whole layout, everything that we go buffering again. Goodness gracious, boy. It's starting to get frustrating now because we pay a pretty penny for the internet over here, and this thing has been really acting up for the past few weeks. This is not just something that's happening right now. This has been acting up for the past few weeks, and they keep saying they fixed it, and then it keeps doing this. This is unacceptable. So we'll see if we can get a pop back in, because I'm getting the little winding motion. But this may be a bust tonight. Yep. Let's see if we're gonna give it a minute to see if the buffering pops back in. I guess I'll be sitting here talking to myself for a little while, because I'm sitting here looking at the squash cage, and man, that's a disappointment. I think it's the compost. Yep. And I put everything I could think of on that plant. Fertilized the soil, liquid feed, gave it a foliar feed, and she didn't move. So it's definitely something in that soil. Hmm. It's a lot of work I put into that. Let me see if I can come out and come back in again. Buffering. go. I tell you, boy. And we're back. Would you be willing to come on another podcast and talk anything about growing? Baby Dad Grows asked, would I be willing to come on the podcast? Email me at inquiry@growingoutthebox.com, and we'll see what's going on. So, what is it? Ski hit, skit, RE, not a bust. It took me a long time to explain to my kids how soil and everything else affects the plant's production. It's just a large patio garden is a job. Okay, let me see here. TZ Frank says, we can still hear and see you. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't picking my nose. I think I'm back. I don't know. I think I'm back because I'm looking at the screen and it appears that I'm back. Somebody give me some thumbs up in the chat if I'm back. Okay. Want to be crafty, Grandma? What's going on? She hits you with the smiley face. Let's see. Okay, Empress Herbal hits the thumb up. Everybody says I'm back. All right. So, I guess the bananas, right? Before we go out again. And I know it's going to go out again because it just feels like one of those days. And I'm telling you, man, my spirit is a little tapped right now because I'm looking over here at my squash cage and I'm looking at all that hard work that I did. And I'm probably going to have to undo it. That's pretty, hey, it is what it is. What I have here, some lava rocks. Why do we have lava rocks? Look at what I found. At Lowe's, a 20-gallon container. Perfect for our bananas. This is perfect for our bananas. So that's really, excuse me, that's really what we wanted to talk about today. But I'm telling you, man, I'm kind of thrown off because the internet keeps going in and out. And then I'm looking over at my squash cage, which looks so pretty, but pretty don't grow no food. Ah, man. Man, it's looking good. I just put the little trellis in there and I got my little candy roasted squash going over the trellis. It just really looks nice, but yeah, man, I'm gonna have to undo the whole thing. So, yeah, G Mama, a 20-gallon at Lowe's. I picked this up from Lowe's. It is perfect for those bananas. Matter of fact, G Mama, did you get your, did any of you guys get your bananas this week? I want to say that it showed delivered. I think Nikki, yours. Look here we go freezing again. What's going on, Nikki? The OCD is chicken in. I'm gonna get out of here at 8 o'clock on the head because I don't want to get in the way of Miss Linda's live coming up behind me. It looks like I froze again. Tell you, man, it's one of them days. Let's see, we'll try to pop in again. Looks like I'm gonna have to call Comcast myself or Xfinity and get the internet thing going because I made the request a couple of times to my wife and my son, and it don't seem like it's getting done. And this is costing me right now. Yeah, this is spending too much money on internet to have this shitty ass service. Excuse the French. One more again. Wi-Fi signal. Oh boy. So this wouldn't matter whether I was in the house or not because the signal inside is what I'm piggybacking off of, and I have my outside router attached to the inside router, which boosts the signal when I'm out here. So the signal inside is where the problem is. It's not on my outside router. Let's see here. I'm gonna give this thing a minute to catch up. Yeah, G Mama. Yeah, buffering now. Let's see. I'm able to read the chat, so I'm hoping that the buffering, there we go. Back in for a quick second. Now I'm buffering. I'm almost back. I don't know that I am back because I'm still looking at the buffering on my monitor. So let's see here. Okay, OCD says sounds good. I'm gonna just wing it right now because it looks like the chat is moving, but the on my screen it looks to be buffering. There go my guy How Gao is on it. OCD's chick say all systems are go. B Dub says you're good. T Nog says you are back, man. What's going on, Miss Linda? I'm gonna be out of your way at 8 o'clock, so we gonna see. This thing has been a disaster. And it's not my outside signal because my outside is a booster, so it's my inside signal, and we've been having issues with it for man a couple of weeks now. I have, and I hope my wife is listening. I have asked my wife on several occasions. I've asked my son on several occasions to please call the internet provider to see if we can get this problem fixed. So it looks like another job that I'm going to have to do myself because this is terrible. What's going on, Dr. Nash? Garden of Nash in here. For y'all that don't know, Garden of Nash, y'all check her out. She's another one of my neighbors, and she's going to be working with me on the growingoutthebox.com project. So that's Garden of Nash. She's one of my neighbors as well. Um, a real AI scientist. How about that? She really does AI. So she's going to be working with us to help build growingoutthebox.com into something a little more than what we already have. So I don't know if I'm live or what because I'm buffering on my screen. I don't know what the heck is going on. Let me see if I can come in again. Okay. Now, y'all know I'm not a quitter, and I believe in persistence, but this is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on because I'm looking at my monitor. My monitor is froze, but I'm looking at my camera and I'm still active on the camera, so I don't know what is what. A little frustrating right now. Yeah. Let's see this. Try this again. Well, I tried, and it's getting close to Miss Linda's time to come on. So you guys, if you are in here, go over and check out Miss Linda, the New Orleans gardener, TNOG 511. She has a great live on Tuesdays, also on Sundays, 7 Central, on both Tuesdays and Sunday. Because I was trying to do 7 to 8 and then pass the baton to Miss TNOG, but it does not look like things want to cooperate today. So, on that note, frustrated, I'm going to just go ahead and sign off. Peace.